Working on a couple projects this week. I've got one I'm getting ready to paint, another one I started. I've got some unboxing to do, some things to chat about. So welcome to Open Workshop. So my first one is an American in Martinsville. I already have it primed, and I'm gonna go for like kind of a designer finish. So this one's getting ready to get painted right now, actually. And I've got it on I got this new hydraulic jack. It doesn't, you have to kind of get it on there, but once I can get it on there, then I can, jack it up and get it to more, a reasonable height to work on. And then the little lever, you just push it and it goes right down. So it's been really helpful. The wheels are not 360, but because they lock, but it's working really good. Like I said, to kind of get it up to the height that I need. So that's cool. Another project I'm working on is mirrors. So I think I mentioned it in a few workshops ago, but I have like a lot of mirrors that, when you take something, sometimes they want you to take the mirror too. So sometimes I'll just sell them, and sometimes I've just kind of stored them. So because of that, I thought, well, why don't we do something fun with them? So let me show you the mirrors that I have. So this is the first one. This actually goes with this set. So it was painted kind of a yellow color. So it was already painted. So I'm gonna actually paint it to match, maybe do some fun detailing here. And then I have a cherry one that went with a dresser not too long ago. I'm not sure if this would sell as the cherry because I would have to tone it because it's got that, strip of, cherry. So that would definitely have to be toned. But when I was asking for some suggestions, somebody mentioned maybe making some, resin molds, or whether I could do some molds out of like, Durham wood putty, and like embellish the frame. I don't know. You'll have to tell me what you think about that one. And then these are two matching ones. I'm thinking about going high gloss on these. I have some navy high gloss. So that might be kind of fun. And then this is a Drexel. It's getting some repairs right there, but I'm actually considering doing a faux finish on that one. So I really love faux finishes. I've been kind of messing around with some designs, and one that I've been wanting to do for a really long time is malachite. And so I just think it's a gorgeous green, so much movement. I tried to get a malachite. It was a real malachite, like a little figurine, like a statue thing at an estate sale, and it was already gone. So, they're very collectible, and I don't know, I think they're cool. And so I'm thinking about trying to do a faux malachite on this big dresser that is the Drexel. And I have, it's from a campaign set. It's from I don't remember if it's an Accolade or not, but it's from a campaign set. And so I have the gold pieces that go on the edges. And so that green malachite with gold, I think would look beautiful. Now I don't have the mirror to it. The mirror unfortunately got chipped. So if it turns out good enough, it would be something I would keep for myself. And so I'd be willing to invest in a mirror to have a mirror cut. That can be pricey because I did that for an Art Deco piece that I kept for myself. And it was a curved mirror, like an arched one, but it was $150 to have that mirror cut local. So, but it's worth it. I kept it. I keep it, and it's in my house right now. I've moved it around. It's been in my entryway, and now it's in my dining room. I'm loving it. It's beautiful. I go by it every day. I love the sculptural curves of it. I'll add some pictures. I love it. And so, I do occasionally do pieces for myself because why not? So be watching for some mirror videos. I'm going to try to put them all in one big video. But if you have something you want to see me try, put it in the comments. I would love to try something. I've had some, like I said, I've had some people mention like resin molds, but I also know Amy Howard Home has a new product called Woodcast, and you can put it into molds and it's wood, and then I believe you can stain it. So that would be kind of cool. But I got some ideas. So you can tell me if you have any ideas in the comments. But right now I'm going to paint. So let's paint. So I'm trying to strip the top of that dresser that I got last week, and it's not going good. Let me show you. So it's super cold out here, but it's like, this has been on for hours and it is not doing anything. Whoa. So I'm going to just leave it. It says you can leave it up to 24 hours. So I'm just going to let it do its thing. It will more than likely get painted. I'm pretty sure this is a blonde mahogany. So I don't think it's going to be a pretty grain pattern underneath it. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm at least I needed to get a flat surface so I have a good paint adhesion, but it's not going so good. So it's supposed to warm up tomorrow. It's in the 20s. It started in the 20s. I think it's in the 30s now. But tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 60s. Okay, here it is after the stripping, and will be honest, that was really rough. You can see I could not get some of this gold off the sides. I have lots of, this is a big scrape down the side. I've got staining. It's rough. It's really, really rough. Couldn't get this side out, but I can see a little bit of a pattern here. I think this is maybe like a ribbon mahogany. I don't know, but it's going to need a lot of work. I'm not sure if I could get the whole piece to wood or not, because that was hard. Something else you can do that I did not do is you can actually do a sand before you apply stripper, and that's going to kind of knock off some of that just to make your stripper a little bit more effective. So if I continue and I try to do the drawers and the sides, that's what I'm going to do. So we will see. So while I unbox things, I'm going to tell you about something exciting I'm trying. So I've had some requests for, like memberships and such over the years. So I'm actually going to start Ivy Lane Collective, and it's going to be a community-based over on the Circle app. And so it can be for anybody who's furniture, DIY, you're a maker, and you just want extra support, and maybe like a community where you can either ask questions. I'm going to have kind of the monetary side where I talk about, how to make money on social media through whether it be affiliates and brand deals and doing Amazon reviews. And I'll have like community only challenges. And so I think it's going to be really fun. I'd love to connect people. That was the main reason I do the challenges, is to really connect people. And that's kind of my thing. I like to kind of connect people so that they feel part of a group. And I just think it's going to be really fun. So I have, I'll put a link down in the description. I'm taking a wait list to see, who wants to join in. I'll have a founding members price for it. And, hopefully within the next couple months, we'll get this up and running. So check it out if you're interested. But this is something I got. You guys know I use some wood balm from Jesse over at Arlington Woodworks. And he actually just came out with a brush that goes with it. So this was a new purchase. I've actually never had one of these brushes to put on any kind of balm with. So this will be easier. So usually I just use, a lint-free rag, but this is going to be really nice. So it fits easily in the palm of your hand. And then I got some more balm because I'm out. So this is great. I use this a lot for like the sides of my drawers, the insides of my drawers. You can actually use it on the outside of your piece, just to revive the finish. It smells so good. It's only 3 ingredients: flaxseed oil, beeswax, and orange oil. That's it. 3. Veteran-owned company. I'll put it in the comments too if you want to support him. But Jesse's been great. He also supports the challenges and would give product away to the winners. So love supporting Jesse and what he's doing. And then I got something else. If you remember the secretary that I'm working on, I was chatting with ChatGPT, trying to get some ideas on how to finish it. And it recommended that I do a layer of shellac before I do a layer of the oil, because I love Osmo oil, goes over it, really makes that grain pop. But he said, or I say he, ChatGPT, recommended Blond shellac, de-wax shellac as a layer before the oil, because sometimes depending on the grain, it said that it could obscure the wood grain and make it look cloudy if I just put the oil over it. So I don't know. I'm going to try it. So this is like it's going to be a long project. I've gotten some of the drawers stripped, but it's just, I keep pushing it around the garage. It's going to take a while in between these other projects. And so I got this on Amazon. It's de-wax shellac flakes. I'm going to dissolve it in denatured alcohol. I don't remember. They talk about like 1 pound cut, 2 pound cuts. I don't remember what I'm doing. I think it's maybe a 1 pound, but I'll look it up before I do it. But I've at least got the flakes, so I can start on that. And then I also got some beeswax bars. And so this will be great for like just, putting on my wood drawer guides, just to make sure that they are, smooth in and out. So I got those. That's my other piece that I got. So that's what I'm working on as far as that. But let me show you where I'm at on the dresser. So here's the dresser, and I've sanded it completely. 80, I did 80 grit, 120, and 180. But if you can see in the light here, there is white paint stuck in the wood grain all over it. Now it's a beautiful pattern, but I'm going to have to get acetone to get that out. So I just don't know. This is a lot more. That's how the drawers, that's how they stripped. They hardly stripped at all. And so I'm going to sand them and see if I can get some more of the finish off. But I just don't know if I have this in me and if this is even going to be worth my time. So this is what I run into a lot with furniture is I would love to just take this all to wood, but I'm also a business and I just don't know time-wise if it's worth it to take it all the way to wood, because I would have to spend hours upon hours to do it. I don't even have a maker's mark on this thing. So there is a limit of what I can sell this for. People aren't going to pay $1,000+ for something, even though I know it's, a lot of wood. I don't even know if it's solid wood. I need to look at the sides. I think it's just veneer on the sides, but they're going to pay that? Probably not. So how much is my time worth? So this is what I run into with some of these pieces is it's a cool piece and I wish I could, save the whole thing, but is it worth, spending 20 hours stripping the whole thing and using a fine brush to get all the acetone out of every little, paint, wood grain? Probably not. So I'm a little frustrated. because I was really hoping to get it all to wood, but I just don't know that that's going to happen. I don't know. I'm working on gilding this morning, but I'm done. I'm gonna stop for the day. I'm gonna go get a coffee with my husband, head to the gym. So that's it for Open Workshop. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.